In this video, I'm going to teach you guys how to master the art of self-validation, because mastering this skill is essentially going to make you a very powerful person. You are no longer going to need to rely on any circumstance, any situation, any person to make you feel a certain way. So I have realized in our society, most of us grew up learning how to be codependent on other people. We have been taught to place value in other people's opinion of us. And, we often prioritize those opinions more than we prioritize our own opinions and our own beliefs. This essentially teaches you that the power doesn't lie in you, but the power lies in other people and what they tell you. So, with self-validation, there are usually two aspects that I like to cover. The first is recognizing that you have innate value and worth in yourself. That's part one of self-validation. Part two is knowing how to validate your own emotions, your own feelings, knowing how to take responsibility over them, and knowing how to diffuse them on your own without looking towards other people to help you do that. The reason that most of us seek external validation, the root of this pattern is essentially that we put very little value in our own opinions, our own perception of ourselves, and we place more value in the opinions of others. If we take this a step further, it's actually because we lack our own sense of identity. We don't really have a strong sense of who we are. You don't really know who you are, and therefore you look towards other people to decide that for you. Right? Does this make sense? Who you are is dictated by others. You let other people decide who you are instead of realizing that you actually have full power, full say in who you want to be, how you want to show up, and essentially who you are. And because you don't have this strong sense of identity, you don't have this strong sense of who you are constantly on the lookout on the external, on other people, on other situations, waiting for that confirmation, waiting for that reassurance, waiting for people to essentially tell you who you are and how you should be. But you don't have to wait for that. You can decide that for yourself. So in the context of dating and love, if you are a woman specifically, this might look like you always looking towards your love interest or your partner for validation. You want to hear that you are lovable. You want to hear from them that you are worthy. But you don't know how to give that to yourself. You only know how to ask for it from others. And it honestly becomes a never-ending chase because you are always needing someone to confirm for you these things without realizing that this is only a short-term solution. Temporarily, you might feel a sense of safety, you might feel a sense of love, but that is not going to be there for very long because it was not from you. It didn't come from you. It came from someone else. And deep down, you didn't really truly believe it. There were still parts of you that were doubting it, wondering if it was even true. And it's not going to be before long before you return to that state of doubting yourself again. So knowing how to validate yourself on your own is so important. The best and most genuine validation comes from yourself first and always. Someone telling you that you are beautiful, that you are lovable, that you are worthy, that you are so valuable, honestly means nothing if you don't truly believe it deep down. If you don't truly believe that you are actually worthy and lovable and valuable and all of these things. It means nothing if you don't believe it. And it really won't be long before you start questioning yourself again because you don't have that foundation of trust, of confidence, of security within yourself. So what self-validation really means here is you taking a conscious decision on who you want to be. You deciding who you are and who you want to be, how you want to show up, the person that you want to become. What is the role that you want to take on for yourself? And that does involve knowing what to do when the insecurity arises, when the doubt arises, when the fear arises. You need to know, you need to have the skills to give that validation to yourself when those feelings arise. So here's how you self-validate. The best way to do this is when you have the urge to reach out to your love interest or to your partner or someone that you want confirmation from, that you want validation from. So step one, what you want to do is actually get clear on what it is that you want to hear from them. What is it exactly that you want them to tell you? What is it exactly that you are seeking in them? Is it something that you want them to say to you? Is it something that you want them to do for you? What exactly is it that you want to hear or to receive from them? Get clear on this. Step two, you want to identify exactly what feeling you think it will make you feel. So how do you think it will make you feel when you hear this validation from someone else? What is the feeling that you are essentially after here? We only want to hear that validation, that confirmation from that love interest, from that external person, from the other person, because we want to feel a certain way and we believe that that person can give us that feeling. So for example, if you have the urge to ask someone, do you really love me? What you are really asking here is the feeling of being loved. You want them to give you the feeling of being loved. That's essentially what you're asking from them. But here's the thing, and this is leading me to step three. You have to realize that this feeling that you are seeking in someone else, you are waiting for someone else to give you, this feeling is already inside you. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that powerful to hear? The fact that you already have this feeling within you. It's just a matter of knowing how to feel it and how to let that feeling come up yourself and asking and receiving from yourself. That's essentially what self-validation is. You ask and you give to yourself and from yourself. So recognize that this feeling you are wanting to feel is already within you. It's already within you. You have the ability to feel this feeling within you now, but you are only putting more obstacles in your way by saying, I can only feel loved when this person tells me this. I can only feel love when I put this label on my relationship. I can only feel love when this person does X, Y, Z for me. Do you see how you just put more obstacles in your way, preventing you from feeling this love that is already available to you right now? That's the truth of it. It's available to you right now. It's just you are not willing enough to take it and feel it internally. You have to stop seeing other people as a solution. Start seeing yourself as the solution. Start seeing yourself as the answer. And realize that you actually have so much more power, so much more control over how you feel, and not other people. Not other circumstances, but you. Focus on what you want to be feeling from within. If you want to be feeling safe and secure, do things that make you feel safe and secure. Don't put yourself in situations that you clearly don't feel safe and secure in. Learn to foster that safety and security within yourself and focus on the feeling. Imagine what it would feel like if you already had all the safety and all the security in the world, and have the courage to go into that feeling now without needing the circumstances to conform, without needing a specific person to tell it to you. Make it a habit to ask and give from yourself. Now, to master self-validation, you also need to master the skill of self-dialogue, your self-talk. And this essentially leads me to talk about the relationship that you have with yourself. Self-validation is essentially mastering this relationship that you have with yourself. Now, what does this even mean? Firstly, if you are always seeking external validation, it probably means that you don't have a strong relationship with yourself. You are always abandoning yourself in the sense that you don't know how to take care of your fears. You don't know how to take care of your insecurities. You don't know how to take care of your doubts and anxieties. And you look towards other people to solve those problems for you. You don't know how to look after yourself. You don't know how to take care of yourself when you are feeling down, when you are feeling low, when you are feeling fearful or anxious. That's what I'm talking about. That's the relationship that I'm talking about. The relationship that you have when you are feeling these uncomfortable, negative feelings. So part of what self-validation includes is knowing how to build this relationship with yourself so that you actually know how to deal with the fears, with the anxieties, with the doubts when they do come up, and not have to seek confirmation in other people or in external circumstances. So part 1 of self-validation is recognizing your own worth, your own power, your own innate value and infinite worth in yourself. And part 2 includes validating your own feelings, your own emotions, your own insecurities, your own fears when they do arise, and knowing how to dissolve them when they come up. It's about letting yourself know that it's okay for me to be feeling this fear. It's okay for me to be feeling this doubt within me. It's okay. And I don't have to seek someone else to help me move through these feelings. I have the power to move through them myself, because these feelings are not bigger than me. And it is also my responsibility to navigate them myself. And if you are constantly asking other people to validate you, if you are constantly needing confirmation from external sources, then you are essentially forgetting that the power lies in you and not other people. You are not allowing yourself to tap into this power, to exercise this power. This is what people mean when they say that everything is already within you. They mean that you have the power to change how you feel. It's already inside you. That power is inside of you. You just have to learn how to use it and harness it to your advantage instead of seeking it in other people and just letting your power lie dormant. And this also leads me to self-concept, because self-concept is also linked to self-validation. This obviously is going to make it a long video, so I'll talk about self-concept in another video. But essentially, self-concept and self-validation go hand in hand. Generally, when you have a higher self-concept, you will naturally just be better at validating yourself. You will know how to validate yourself. You will have mastered validating yourself because you know that the value lies in you and not other people, and you stop seeking it from other people. Because that's essentially what having a high self-concept means. It means you know your own value, you know your own worth, and you know that other people cannot tell you what you are worth and what you are valued at, because you decide that for yourself. And you see the value in yourself. You recognize the value in yourself. And you don't let other people tell you you are worthless or you are not valuable. And having a strong self-concept also links to having a strong sense of who you are, having a strong sense of identity. You know who you are. So you don't seek the answer in other people. You don't ask other people who you are, right? You don't ask for validation in other people because you already know who you are. You have that security within yourself. And when you know who you are, you naturally just stop seeking the opinions of other people, the beliefs of other people. You stop letting them project that onto you, and you go within, you decide that for yourself. You know that the opinions of other people are also only reflective of your own perception of yourself, your own value, your own perception of your value in yourself. And so you don't really feel the need to seek external validation because you prioritize and you value your own beliefs. You know that no one else can decide your beliefs. You get to decide that for yourself. You get to decide how you want to see yourself. You get to decide how much worth you recognize in yourself. And everyone else around you will only be a reflection of the perception that you have in yourself. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, like, share and subscribe. And if you have any questions, always feel free to drop them below. I'll try and get back to them. And I hope you guys have a lovely day. Bye.